they have created with grasping. So they want to pretend that they are creating with emptiness. It's like we are doing it for you, we're doing it for humanity. They want to pretend they're creating unconditionally with emptiness, but they're not. They're creating with grasping because they want to grasp the whole reality. They're like, if you do not get the mark of the beast, you cannot buy and sell. So they're grasping, they're taking everything, they're putting everything in this tiny chip, and it's like, this is your worth. If you don't have this, you do not eat. So it's like they're grasping everything. So they have created with grasping and not emptiness, and that's why the elites that built all of these crazy things, they're going to hell. They made human beings, they made clones, they're in this telepathic interface with us. Mars is a dangling carrot, it's nothing. And what the system that we have on this earth is way advanced than the Mars system, because they have this 24/7 omnipresent telepathic system, and they're making human beings, they're making clones. All your celebrities, your influencers are all clones. Even YouTube influencers are clones. So they have made human beings. So Mars is nothing compared to that. So, but they have created with grasping, they have created to deceive, to fool, to lead you astray, to cause you to sin, to lead you into whoredom, to lead you into entertainment, partying, and that like fun lifestyle, and lead you away from learning, and lead you away from Christ and Father. So they have done that. So they have created with grasping and not emptiness. So anything that you grasp and anything that you have done out of greed and selfishness to enhance your own status and to expand your own empire and to expand your own power, those things will not be accepted by Father, because you put in all this effort and you create all this. You have to create with emptiness. If you create with emptiness, then it will be accepted. But if you do all of this creation, but if you do it with grasping and greed and power and control and tyranny, you will go to hell. Doesn't matter how awesome and cool and great and intelligent your creation is, you will go to hell because you did not realize emptiness. You did not do it for other people, you did it for yourself. So that's what you need to understand, and all the things that we earn as human beings in our lives, when we go to university, when we have kids, when we buy houses, when we own cars and properties and all of these different things, we are not doing it with emptiness, we are doing it with grasping. So we are doing it with attachment. And anything you do with attachment and grasping, even if you have a child, even if you get married, if you do it with attachment and grasping, a Father won't accept that. Emptiness, you have to do it with emptiness, then Father will accept it. So you have children, you let them be unconditionally. Do what you want. Don't tell them, be a doctor, don't be a monk. Be rich, don't be poor. That's grasping. That attachment. You are attached to your children. So anything you do with attachment, incorrect. Anything you do with grasping, incorrect. So you have to do it with emptiness. You have children, you have to do it with emptiness. You buy a house, you do it with emptiness. You anything, any great achievement you do it with emptiness. And when you do it with that, Father will recognize it, Christ will recognize it, because Christ and Father wants you to practice with emptiness and not grasping, because grasping and attachment causes so much problem. As you have seen the state of this world, what happens when you grasp and what happens when you have attachment, like all the money that you earn, you go and keep buying plastic bags for yourself. Like you can donate all that money to the hungry people, but you won't do that. You'll just keep going, buying another TV, and keep going out there buying plastic toys for yourself. And that's your attachment, and that's your grasping, and that's ignorance. So Father doesn't like that. You work so hard, but you go out there and you buy plastic and you do the wrong thing. So what's the point? And then you go to hell. So they want, Father and Christ want you to practice with emptiness. So when anything you do it with emptiness. So even when we are in this Vajrayana path and we live like a normal human life, we do not have a monk life, but a Father doesn't care about our aesthetics. He doesn't care about what we wear and what kind of system that we are a part of, Father doesn't care, because Father only cares about the emptiness. He only cares about the intention, what you're thinking. So he doesn't really care about, oh, I'm living in this modern system, in this really modern world, in this consumer-based world. Father doesn't care as long as you are operating from emptiness and your work is authentic and you are everything you are doing, you're doing it from emptiness. So as long as you're doing that, you're okay, you're good. So they care about the inside. They don't care about this, all of these outside stuff that we have and all of this different, like what we're wearing and all of that. Father doesn't care. So emptiness will always try and collapse your reality. So whether it's like, say, if you are going through great inflictions during the tribulation, it's because you're not getting it. It's like emptiness is collapsing your reality. So you have to go in and do your purification, and you have to keep learning and keep pushing yourself towards emptiness. Like gaining emptiness is pushing yourself towards emptiness, because emptiness, like, the world will start literally collapsing around you. Like it literally will start collapsing around you, because in the tribulation there'll be earthquakes, and the ocean will turn to blood, and the moon will turn to blood, and the sun will be darkened. The emptiness will really push you to let go and release all of those attachments that we have and what we understand reality is. The sky will roll up like a scroll. So these things will take place during the tribulation. So all attachment to that, we have to release all of that. And emptiness will keep pushing you. It will keep trying to wake you. And if you don't, it will pull the rug beneath your feet, and you have to deal with that. And you have to go and learn emptiness. Like, why was this rug pulled beneath my feet? Because you are missing a point, you're missing an angle, and you have to go deeper, and you have to realize emptiness in that instant. So when they're spiritually inflicting you, you have to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper to the most subtle part of yourself, and keep refining your energy until you get to that point where you see emptiness and realize emptiness, and you're trying to wake you up. So emptiness is very strong. It's a very strong energy. It will like collapse everything. It will just like collapse. It literally collapse. It'll pull the rug beneath your feet. Your heartbeat will go through the roof. You will be prosecuted. You will be hunted down. You will be targeted. I am heavily targeted. You'll be technologically targeted. You'll be targeted with EMF and all of these different. If you have attachment to food, food will be taken away from you. If you're attached to a home, home will be taken away from you. If you're attached to family, family will be taken away from you, because emptiness will push you. It will really be like, wake up and see. And because emptiness is like, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. And it's like, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's trying to wake you up. Say, for example, my identity in this world, like when I was born, like Satan made me born in Bhutan. So when I was born in Bhutan, and so in Bhutan we are Nepalese and they're Bhutanese. So it's like, wherever I go, I'm always an outsider. So it's like, if I'm in Bhutan, in my own country, it's like, oh, they're Nepalese, they're different to us. Then if I go to Nepal, they'll be like, oh, they're Bhutanese, they're different to us. And then you come to Australia, it's like, oh, they are like totally different. It's like, they're Bhutanese, Nepalese, they're refugees, they're different to us. So I'm always an outsider when I, like, as my birth itself, I'm an outsider. It doesn't matter where I go. And then I realized, like, oh, emptiness is trying to show me that this reality is fake. And it's like telling me not to associate with any culture or country, or not identify with anything, because it's empty. It's like, you're not meant to be associated with a temporary construct, which is this reality, and this temporary world, which is this reality. So everywhere I go, I'm like, I'm an outsider, I'm an outsider, I'm an outsider. Because emptiness is like, this is a fake world. That's why you're an outsider. It's not a real world. The real world is yet to come, and then you'll be like a real citizen. You'll really belong to that system. But right now you're an outsider, and you're never going to belong. You're never going to fit in. You're always going to be hunted down, and you're always going to be an outsider. The emptiness will like push you, and emptiness does not want you to associate with any identity, so you can understand it that way. So when we like want to belong and want to fit in, that's actually incorrect in itself, because even the people that are like, say, Nepalese people that are born in Nepal and they're like tribal Nepalese people, even they will be challenged because they have to let go of that identity and realize their emptiness. So whatever angle you look at, whether you're a Nepalese born in Nepal or you are a Nepalese that was whose identity was totally tampered with and we were like spread across the world, it doesn't matter. We have to realize the emptiness through all of that. In anything that you experience during the tribulation, all the spiritual prosecutions, negative emotions that you experience, emptiness wants you to not feel any negative emotions, wants you to dissolve negative emotions, wants you to understand negative emotions are incorrect. They don't exist. Everything is temporary. Everything is fleeting. Don't hold on to anything. You're holding on to illusions. If you're holding on to grudge or anger or revenge, it's all an illusion. So it's like, let it go. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It's empty. It doesn't exist. Let it go. So because it's an illusion. And anything the devil is doing, it's an illusion. It's not real. It's not the real thing. Emptiness will really strip you down, and it will really want you to wake up. So it's not like punishing you just to punish you. The mafia or the like the negative demon people, like they just want to kill you for entertainment. They're like, I just want to hurt this person. Emptiness doesn't do that. Emptiness is not like a cowboy. It doesn't just hurt to hurt someone. It's not a mafia. It's showing you that it's like, if you're not going to learn this, then you're going to go to hell. And that's the reality. That's the ultimate truth. And emptiness is like, see this world, that it is empty. So you do not have to go to hell. So it's like training you. It's showing you what you need to be so that you are saved. And so that you are not in trouble, so that you can be saved from hell and you will not be cast into hell forever. So when you're being prosecuted, this means you're not seeing, and emptiness is collapsing this reality. So when if I'm attached to the elements, or if I don't have an understanding about the elements, so the elements is contaminated and the elements is empty, I have no idea, I've like not even thought about it, then the demons will start attacking me with the elements. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I will realize, oh, it's empty. So then I have to realize, oh, I never thought about to address the element side of things. And then you will go in. So something so neutral like the elements, emptiness will step in and be like, hello, knock, knock. Doesn't exist. And then when the demons deal with you at that level and collapse, and then you realize, oh, it doesn't matter. If it's collapsed, it's fine. If it doesn't collapse, it's okay. If it's there, it's great. If it's not there, it's fine. So you have to not hold on and not attach yourself to that, and just let everything go and let everything be where it is, and not try and control it, not will it, and not make it seem like what you want it to be, and just let it be. So it's like that. So you have to not attach yourself to anything. So if you are attached to your family will be taken away from you. As it says in the end times, the families will rise against each other. Why? It's not because father wants to create a drama, but you are attached to your family. So families will rise against each other. Emptiness is telling you, collapse it. It's not real. Look, you're fighting. You don't love each other. It's fake. Let it go. And you hate each other. You are obstacles in each other's path. You are not in peace with each other. And emptiness is like, let it go. Let it go. It's not real. So it's like that. So the more you hold on, the more you grasp, the more difficult your tribulation experience will be. The more difficult your tribulation experience will be, the more you grasp, and the more you realize emptiness and let go, then you are refining your energy and you're becoming totally empty. And that's the process we are in the end times. We are in the process of gaining our emptiness. They say in Buddhism, people take human birth and people incarnate in this world because we have failed to recognize emptiness. It's like, why are people born? Why suffering exists? Because we are attached and we grasp, and that's where suffering comes from, and we haven't realized emptiness. So when we realize emptiness, all of that goes away, all the suffering and all that goes away, because all the greed goes away, all the anger goes away, all the attachment, grasping, concepts, making up stuff in your head, all of that goes away, and you become empty, and you just let everything be and everyone be. And that's like emptiness is the greatest medicine. And if you do not abide by emptiness, you basically don't have a choice, because anything that you do outside of emptiness, you create chaos, you create negativity, you create negative emotions, you have wants and desires, you have attachments, you have needs. All of the things that you don't need, you want those things for yourself, and it's an delusion. So once you have emptiness in you, you don't need anything, then all of a sudden all your problems are solved. You don't have suffering because you don't need a nice car. You don't have relationship problems because you don't need a hot girlfriend or a rich man. You don't have family problems, kid problems, that you can't feed your child, or your child is like grown up to be a druggie. You don't have that problem because you don't have children. And you realize that you don't have an attachment to them. And even if they do that, you don't have an attachment to them, and you're free, because it's like, go take your drugs, I don't care. And you are free. You have no attachment. It's like empty. So once you have attachment, it causes chaos. Once you have expectation, it causes negative emotions, because you're like, when am I going to get my reward? When am I going to go to heaven? So all of these are negative emotions. It's like, Jesus save me. So these are all like negative emotions. You want to learn, and you want to practice with emptiness. It's like, I just want to practice. I just want to do the right thing, and I just want to practice, do the right thing to do the right thing, and not have any expectation, not have wants and desires, and not grasp and hold on to anything. So emptiness is like key, and emptiness is everything. So it's like the demons are like, we created all these different things and we worked so hard for 6,000 years, and now you're just going to chuck us in hell. Is because like you cause more problems than you cause solutions. Like on the surface, it looks like a lot of solution, but guess what? That solution created so much problems, and we have to deal with that. So humans have to deal with all that problem. When Father said humans should not have all this different excess knowledge, Father is not restricting you, Father's protecting you, because it's like when you have unnecessary knowledge, you will imagine things out of your own head, and you'll start doing all these different things that is not necessary for you. So if you start doing fashion, for example, you might be wearing all these different outfits, and you start like this fashion empire, and you sell all these businesses, and you lead people astray. People like attached to fashion, and you make people grasp, and you make people like jealous and compete. So one concept can create so many problems. But if you just let go and not care what you wear about, and just let it be, then you have no problem. But once you grasp onto that idea, are you a fashionista? Why are you wearing that color? It's not in fashion. If you do that, if you have that attitude, then you're creating chaos. You're creating negative emotions. You're creating negativity. So anything coming outside of emptiness is negativity, is negative emotions. Anything outside of emptiness is negative emotions. They can easily use happiness as a form of deception. So anything outside of emptiness is a negative emotion. Even the happiness is an illusionary negative emotion, because you might have a child and you might be really happy, but you're attached to the concept of the child, and you put that child through a lot, because you have so much expectation from that child. And from a young age, the child, the father and mother puts a lot of pressure on the child to be a lawyer, to be a doctor, to be this, to be that. So there's a lot of pressure that parents put on children. So that's like a negative positive emotion. So being a parent is a good thing, but it's negative emotions. If you really look at what it is, it's negative emotions. So anything you practice outside of emptiness is negative emotions, and that negative emotions creates this dukkha, suffering, and that suffering will be for yourself, and the suffering will be for the environment, and for the people around you will suffer as well.